Hey friends, Paul here. In keeping with my New Year's revolution to include more science and math content on the channel, today I'm going to be talking about the circle, especially pi, degrees, and radians. Here we've got a circle. There's the center. This is the radius. We're going to call this 1. Here. Now, pi, or 3.14159, is 3.14 radii of a half circle. Okay? And this is also 180 degrees. So degrees and radians are two different things. We can call this 180 degrees or pi, which is 3.14 radii. If we have a radius of 1 and we multiply pi times whatever the radius is in this value of a half circle. The reason the circumference formula is 2 pi r, you can see because we've got to do a complete revolution, is actually going to be times 2, because this is just one half circle is pi, but for the complete revolution we got to have the 2 there to make the full revolution. Or you could say pi d, the diameter of the circle, which is just r times 2. I'll put that down here, or 2r is the diameter. In the science community, the angles are typically referred to in radii, not degrees. And it can get confusing, but actually radii are more of an intuitive measurement in that the radius is equal to the center, to the edge of the circle. And then so when we go along this line here of the arc of the circle, or the edge of the circle, if you took a string and measured along the arc one of these radii, what would be the angle? Well, it turns out that in angles, that's about 57.29. We'll put that here. 57.29 degrees is 1 radii. 57.29 is 1 radii. And how we get that is dividing 180 degrees divided by 3.14, which is pi. Because, again, just to recap, 1 radii here is equal to 3.14, or rather, 180 degrees or pi is equal to 3.14 radii with a radius of 1. So that's why we're going, how many times does pi go into 180 degrees? And then we're going to get 57.29 degrees. And this is also 1 radii. And the sine value, or the y value of 1 radii, if we go sine of 1, that's equal to 0.8414. That's right here, the y value, 0.8414. You can see the vertex of this circle would be 1, radius of 1, just like the x down here. We can see it's not quite 1. So this is the sine value of 1 in radians. I want to make that clear. You'll find on your calculator that the sine of 57.29 degrees is also equal to 8414. Now it's kind of cool that the x value, again this isn't totally drawn to scale of course, but the x value here of, or the cosine of 1 is equal to 1/2, basically 1/2, 0.54. And again, the cosine of 57.29 degrees is also equal to 0.54. So as we move this radius along the curve there to equal 1 unit, that comes down to halfway on the x-axis. Pretty cool. What do you guys think? Post your comments below if you've enjoyed this video, and if you've got any other cool circle trigonometry tips or things that fascinate you about this topic.